Oh man, guys, this is bad. Really, really bad. We can't even front. Like, this is really bad. Like, we left this today and we just cannot keep up with the news. It feels like I've been live streaming or making videos all day today. Just got back from training. And you can see here, Bitcoin is now struggling to hold on to this 16,000 level. We spoke about this morning. I drew the rectangle, and you can see we've not just come to the rectangle. We're now breaching our 16,240 level, and we're heading towards the next support level, which doesn't really come until 14,000. So we're going to analyze the different levels here in the charts. But the main reason for this is Binance walks away from the deal to acquire FTX. We broke this news about 4 or 5 hours ago before I left my desk, and we've kind of got the rumors, right? We got it from CoinDesk that this was not going ahead, but it's much worse now that it's confirmed. We're going to take a look at what this can mean. We're going to spend some time here together kind of going through the markets because it's not nice doing this alone. And look, no fronting. This is bad. This is not good. There's nowhere to hide. This is not something you expect in the course of a normal bear market. Yes, you get capitulation. Yes, you get difficult times. But this is this is the second largest exchange in crypto doing illegal, illicit activity to the extent that CZ looked at it for half a day today and decided, I'm not touching that with a broomstick. So God knows how bad things are over there. We're going to try to get to the bottom of it and see what's going to happen. But there's so much that's just going to come out over the next kind of days and weeks, which is where we're going to have to digest it from. Let's see who we got here joining us on this London rainy evening today. We got Yukiko. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes, those red candlesticks are nasty. Pele, good to see you again, buddy. Oh, man, indeed. Yes, we're losing 16K very shortly. Tough times. Tough times. Marty, what's the closest ETH ever been to BT market cap wise? It's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that. Junior, how low can ETH go? We'll take a look at those charts. Don't worry. Dan Mather, hey Ijaz, short from 18K. Let's see how low we can go. Congrats on your short. Okay, so let's take this step by step, guys. Sometimes it's always difficult to know where to start, and it started. Well, let's go back a step. About 4 or 5 hours ago, we got this article leaked from CoinDesk saying that, look, it's unlikely this deal is going to go right, and so that's where we saw the initial fall start happening into the rectangle. Saw that play out, and I knew that this was just going to get bad. And I said to you guys, once CZ confirms it, once Binance confirms it, it's going to be nasty. So as a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news reports regarding mishandling of customer funds and alleged US agency investigations, we have decided not to pursue the potential acquisition of FTX.com. This is huge, guys. So two things go through my mind when I'm reading this, right? One, CZ knew there would have been these things going on. You know, BitBoy and other people in the space knew there was a bunch of mishandling of customer funds. We knew there was legal cases going on already. So for CZ not to know that, I'm not buying that. I think CZ knew about that. I think CZ smartly lured Sam Bankman-Fried into thinking he has an option so he can look at the books. It's always good to look at your customer books. We spoke about that earlier on the live stream. There is no damage done to CZ. CZ has just got to go through competitor books and look at everything they were doing, from revenue to fees to margins and all sorts. He gets to look at their accounts and see that diligence. Okay, so that's invaluable data for him. So for him, it was a day well spent, and he didn't lose any customer face. He got sung as a hero, and he had no intention of buying. Right, it was non-binding LOI, and if anything, he's kind of just rugged the markets a little bit more than it needs to be because he gave us the promise of somebody saving FTX and then taking that away from us. But more about that in a little while. Okay, then they go, in the beginning, our hope was to be able to support FTX's customers to provide liquidity, but the issues are beyond our control or ability to help. Okay, so this is bad, right? So this is what we were talking about. The liquidity gap is bigger than his ability to help, but it's also not just that. It's the mishandling, US investigations. They're in a proper mess. And remember we spoke about this earlier. Even if this deal went through, there would have been another worry for the markets, and that's that Binance are kind of buying this cancerous business in own, and what effect could that have, right? Could it infect the Binance sell, so to speak? Okay, so then let's see what else they say. Every time a major player in industry fails, retail consumers will suffer. We have seen over the last several years that the crypto ecosystem is becoming more resilient. Believe in time that outliers that misuse user funds out by the free market as regulatory frameworks are developed, as industry continues to evolve toward greater decentralization. Stronger. So look, he's right to an extent, right? It's not great for Binance because if the second exchange has just fallen, people will be taking their money off any exchange, right? There's a set of people who are just very anti-risk, and when they see something like FTX go down, they'll take their money off Binance as well. So it affects the space. We lose trust, more regulation. All these things are going to be true. All these things are going to play out, and it will be painful. Guys, don't forget to smash up the likes. Really does help more people see impromptu live stream. Don't normally go live. I just go live when I feel like it. So really don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. I have more better things to be doing. If you guys can hit up the like button, I'm pretty sure that will more people over to our party over here. We can chill for a bit longer. Okay, so that's the concern there, right? That's what I'm seeing here, and that's the initial concern. Now, what does this mean for people who had money on FTX, right? Well, again, I can't lie to you. You probably won't see your money for a very long time. Now, I know some of you have messaged me, or you've put it on one of the YouTube videos, or tweeted me and said, "Look, guys, thank you for making the video, right? Because of you, I had a couple of days to get my money out of the FTX, and that really saved me." Why are you guys saying my volume's low? It shouldn't be. Volume should be Oh, we're back. So that's a little bit of a concern. I don't even remember what I was talking about there. You guys threw me off. Oh yeah, the funds. You're not getting your funds back, right? Really important. It's going to be a while before you see your funds. They've got a load of legal cases. You've seen the drama playing out with Celsius. Anybody who thinks that's just going to be back immediately, like that's a worrying thing, right? I mean, no point crying over spilled milk, but you really should have got that out. You did have a couple of days. You did have at least 24 hours to get your funds out. So if you do have significant wealth stuck in FTX, it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. That will be difficult to get back out. See how that plays out. So, few things. Bitcoin breaching 16,000 now, trying to get into 15,000. We're going to look for some support here, but it's not easy. We're also going to take a look at Solana, down 44%, getting absolutely smacked here on this latest hourly candle. You fell as low as $11 here. Let's just see what the exact number was. Fell as low as $11.50, right? $11.50. So really, really grim. Not fun there. Let's take a look at the FTT token as well. Really tending towards zero right now, $1.87. And again, same as the Cell token, right? We've seen this play out before. This is nothing new for us, and we should be able to predict these things, right? It was pretty obvious, and hopefully none of you guys got caught out in trying to long FTT when you know FTX is insolvent. Okay, so where is support coming in? That's the conversation we want to have. And you've just completely wiped through a major support. And I want to remind you guys why this is major support. Let me just come on over to our weekly. I want to show you that, these are important levels. So that 16240 level comes from support dating back to the last bull run, okay? You can see there was a bit of rejection period here for weekly candles. Now, your next level of major support, there are some minor supports coming in, and I'll show you those. Your next level of major support is this, just shy of 14,000, and that comes from this run up here. So in the previous bull market, what happened is you had your big run up to 20,000, you cooled off back down to about 3K, and then you had this secondary run where everybody thought we were going into our next bull market. But what happened was you stopped at 14,000 and got rejected. So that's where I've picked up that support level from. And that's going to be an important support level for us now. So that's what I'm looking at as a backstop here. Now, this was completely predictable, right? We expected a big flush down. There was no way, and I've been saying this all day today, that we were not going to go lower than 17,600. And this is your final, in my opinion, capitulation. Once the market finds its bottom from this, apart from Binance going down, which, hopefully, really don't want that to happen, there's not much worse this crypto space can get right now, right? What else can happen? The biggest player outside of Binance has gone bust, has gone insolvent, taking customers with them, taking the reputation of the crypto market with them. This is it, right? This is the bottom of the Bitcoin market. Anybody who wants to capitulate, they're going to capitulate now. They're going to sell. Let them get it over and done with. You sell. Let me nibble. Let me buy. In fact, I'm going to do some now. I'm buying right now. Get this. Had enough. Buy right now. We're going to buy just to teach those people a lesson. Let's take that phone. Look, Binance. Do some buying, guys. We'll do some buying. I got, no point me preaching if I'm not buying. I'm using Binance because it's number one exchange now, right? Binance it. Trade. Point. Actually, let's do some. Take. Okay, so ETH. You did. Buy some B. Well. Cool, done. Right, bought myself some Bitcoin, bought myself some ETH. Now let's crack on. Let's carry on with this live stream. This is always therapeutic, guys. When the market's chaos, we want to buy. When the market's chaos, I'm buying. That's my conviction, guys. Putting my money where my mouth is. When the market's in its deepest trench, I took my phone out and I did some purchasing. And psychologically, that shows when fear and greed is high, I'm gonna purchase. I'm not gonna buy when the FOMO kicks in. You guys will see in the bull market. You're gonna have so much FOMO to buy. Everybody's gonna be buying. It's gonna be so easy to buy. You're like, Ijaz, you're so boring. You're not buying anything. Nope. I'm doing my buying now. Really important. Okay, so now we've done that. That's off. You know, we expected this capitulation to be lower, and it can have another leg even down to 14,000. I think that would be quite painful. I don't think it's as easy to get the next stage to 14,000, but the markets right now is really dumping. So a lot of people are getting ahead of themselves and dumping this out right now. Let's take a look at a few other chart patterns as well, which I want to share with you, because the breakdown of this triangle gives you a scary price target of 10,000. The breakdown of this ascending wedge is even worse, but I'm going to show you that in a different format. Let's show you that in. Okay, that was that format. So you can see it from that format. And then you've got that horizontal support, which I'm saying to you at 14,000. So that's what I'm looking at now. We met our 16,000 target. Now I'm looking at 14,000. And if we cannot find support there, then things really get painful, because then you're coming down to this level, which is 10,000. Now remember, where am I getting these levels from? I'm getting them from the previous run. Okay, on the previous run, key level is 20,000. Next key level is 14,000. Next key level was here, okay, at 10,000. Now you've got a sub-level here at about 12.5-ish as well. Okay, that's what we got to play with, right? Those are the key levels. And Hassan, just seen you in the chat. What you have missed is that Binance have walked away from the FTX agreement. Not a surprise. They've walked away, and this shows that things are much worse than we're expecting. So all our worst nightmares are now coming true. The contagion effect will kick in. FTT is doomed, in my opinion. Solana is going to struggle to recover from here. Do I think it's going to go to zero? No, they've got a functioning blockchain, but this is getting completely smacked. In fact, let's go look at CoinMarketCap. I would love to know, what is their market cap right now? How much valuation have they lost? They're getting absolutely... They're not even... Where are they? Let's go look. Where are you? 15th on Solana. Ouch. Oh man. Tron has a bigger market cap. They're less than 5 in market cap. Damn. Polkadot's past it. Polygon's of course past it. ADA is more than double Solana. Man, oh man, oh man. An interesting one. Solana could be an interesting long. Now, the reason I've not stomached the long on Solana is because I just don't have conviction in it. Just because of their downtime, even before this stuff. And I can't really go against my principles. I'll let you know if I change my mind. But yeah, I can't. But yeah, you know, there's going to be a whole bunch of Solana getting dumped and unlocked, and that's the concern here, right? That's why you've got to let the dust settle where it does, and then see where we're at. Guys, do hit up the like button, guys. Sitting here in my evening when I could be watching Netflix or something. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Carlos, John. Good to see you, Marty, Nasser, Arsalan. You lot are legends. Appreciate you all jumping onto this live stream and joining me while this market's crashing. It gives me a bit of therapy. It's like free therapy. Okay. So, talking about Solana. Solana's in deep trouble, guys. Not going to lie to you. I hold Solana. I know a lot of you guys hold Solana. This is why your portfolio has to be diversified. Not like some people. There's some YouTubers, comment if you know who I'm talking about, who all they were doing was singing about Solana, hating on Cardano, right? And look, Solana was a good blockchain, but you cannot be blind that when blockchain does something wrong, like outage after outage after outage, you ignore it. Not knowing this FTX thing is one thing, but just, you know, people are blindly supporting Solana through their downtime. I think that was odd. Okay, let's see if I can keep up with you guys in the comments. You lot are smashing it in here. Right, so who have we got? Okay, so Keelan, good to see you. As long as the markets will be up 300% in 2024, I am happy. Yes, sir. Shaz says, Wagwan cuz. Bonnie, evening everyone. Wakaz, oh man. Marty, CZ just wanted SBF to admit FTX was insolvent. Yes. Martin, oh man, that's crazy. Yes. Omar, grim times, but appreciate your honest content. I'm DCA on Coty, but suspect things are going to get even grimmer. I personally would not be DCAing on something so small cap right now. I know, look, that's conviction and you believe in the project, but these small market cap coins are in such a volatile market. You know, if you have some already, you hold it. I get that. That's what conviction is for. But to be starting a new position really takes a lot of conviction in a volatile market. BTC was 3K in March 2020. We could definitely 8K range again, in my opinion. Yeah, look, I can easily throw out those numbers as well. I understand. But I've got to manage the FOMO, right? And you're right. Realistically, you can get to those levels. They're not out to the point of possibility. But just like how I've monitored this up to where we are now, you've got to take it step by step. I could have, when we first created that 17,600 bottom on Bitcoin, I had a feeling we were going to come back. And I kept telling you guys that. I kept talking about a relief rally, but at no point did I say we're trying to move into an next bull market because I still felt we had that final flush out. After Terra Luna, I said I hate to admit it, but I think somebody else is going to collapse, someone bigger. And I didn't know it was going to be FTX, but that's what we've got, right? We've got that capitulation to the downside. And this is what capitulation looks like. This is pure market cap being wiped off the face of crypto right now. I mean, the crypto market cap is 812 billion. Bitcoin was better than that on its own. This is insane rotation of funds leaving crypto right now. And remember, we're into crypto. There's a bunch of people investing in crypto who really don't care. They have stock portfolio, they've got real estate, their crypto's a little bit on the side, and somebody's messaging them, maybe their assistant or someone, crypto's crashing. They sell, they're out of the market. It affects markets. Ian, Crypto.com pulls USDC and USDT withdrawals, but only onto Solana. What's that at? That's odd. Maybe the Solana blockchain is struggling. That's interesting. Pele, since you broke the news, I've saved several people who don't keep up with it every day to get their assets off of exchange and into cold storage. Congrats, Pele. That's a really noble thing of you to do, and appreciate we've been able to have that impact as a community. And that's the power of this community, guys. It's not just you to me to you or you to me. It's about spreading that to other people, sharing the content. And maybe I need to do a better job of creating bite-sized content which you guys can forward on to your friends and family or people you know have crypto, just to help them, because they don't all want to sit on this live stream like us saddos for a couple of hours, do they? Marty, man, people next bull run are going to be calling us lucky. Yes, I like this comment, Marty. Man, people next bull run are going to be calling us lucky for getting in during bear market. They have no idea what we actually held for. Marty, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And the reason you nailed it was, if you speak to anybody, whether it's me, whether it's anybody else who's been in crypto for a little while, we've all been shaken out by one bear market. I remember when I got shaken out by a bear market, and that regret for me is, why did I get shaken out? What happened? I could have done so much better. But what happens is hopefully if you have the right conviction, the next one you go, no, I'm not falling for it this time. I'm staying in. Whether it's Mt. Gox, whether it's this, whether it's that, it doesn't matter. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to figure this out, right? And that's what we're going through. And those, there's a famous saying, I can't remember who said it. Let me know in the comments if you guys know who. Says, you will buy Bitcoin at the price you deserve. You can say that for all crypto. You will buy at the price you deserve. And it's based on your conviction, your effort, your energy. The fact that you're listening to crypto content, you're educating yourself, you're waiting for CPI reading tomorrow, which we're going to talk about as well. It shows your level of commitment and dedication, right? That's key. Guys, please do hit up the like button. Bunch of you not hitting up the like button, man. It doesn't cost you. Look. And undo it if the stream gets bad. Pele says 13, 14K is where support is. Come on, Junior, over 100 people watching, only 5 likes. I'm seeing 69 likes. I don't like the number. You might want to do, 70 likes. Keep going, guys. We're on 70 likes. Get me up. Get some more likes. Ian says, get you some links. Steve, good evening, buddy. Stuart. Yeah, I was buying teach my lesson. Soulbag feels like a tramp's boot. Yeah, it's tough. I expected a fast, quick flash crash, not this slow death. This is slow. Oh, look, now we're back. We're back below 16 now, guys. Let's put this in 5 minutes. Oh, man. We're watching this together, guys. We are not hiding from this. Pull it up. In fact, make it worse, make it more dramatic. Why don't we put it on the minutes? Put it on the minutes, guys. And there's your 15,000 line, 16,000 line right here, getting breached. And it's falling. It's falling. Markets are slowly starting to get the news. Remember, Binance only tweeted this. When did they tweet this? Let's get a refresher on here. You guys are quick to the news. Well, we are quick to the news. This was tweeted just 28 minutes ago, guys. Okay, so this is going to spread around. More people are going to know about it. And we're going to have some more pain. I told you this morning, get ready for pain. I said it in the Discord. Get your big boy pants on. It's not going to be easy. If you're soft, you could have got out of the market at 20,000. You could have got out of the market at 22. This train is heading for lower lows, some dip buying, and then we're going to work our way back up like soldiers. We're going to rise like a phoenix over the next couple of years, and all our investments will be history. We covered that off. Okay. What else? I'm going to keep up with your chat, guys. And yep, the people who are calling us stupid now will call us lucky later. Absolutely. Jeanette Marshna, good to see you. Carl Holt, soon the SEC crackdown will come hard for crypto. Markets are still overpriced. Agreed. This is not good. SEC is going to cram down even more. Things are going to get difficult. For exchanges, it'll get harder to get licenses. Adoption is going to come to a grinding halt. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough now. Dylan says stake and make in a bear market. One Step said, I bit the brutal gas fee bullet and took my link off the exchange. Congrats, bro. Once it's done, man. At least you can sleep peacefully at night knowing that's yours. The one thing people can't take off you is your tokens. If you don't have your tokens, look what FTX was doing with your tokens. Right? If that doesn't infuriate you, just from a principle perspective, you need to ask yourself, what like imagine you trusting your friend with some money. Every weekend he's gambling it up at the local bookie. Right? It's insane. Or putting it on DraftKings or something. Like, it's insane. It's your money. Right? How can you let that happen? Take the effort, take it off exchanges, tell these not to get lost, find their own money to risk. Yes, I'm not bad for the miners. Uma, can you show us how to press like again? Yeah, no, man. It's like boom. Something like that, bro. Cesare, I'm late. I think you're pretty early, to be honest, man. This is falling. Well, look at this. We're seeing a bit of support now at 15. Where did that support come in? That support started coming in at 15,800. Some support came in. So interesting point how this plays out. Volumes are still quite elevated here over the last few minute candles. And you can see here, news was broken. My time. Officially, Binance tweeted it here. Okay, so you can see that we've fallen from here, 9 p.m. my time. Yeah. Looking at about 3% here on Bitcoin, just since they tweeted about 28 minutes ago. Vicky Boy says Solana to $7. Wakazi Ijaz, you need a small pop-up every time you press the button. It will pop up for likes. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop you guys. I don't think it's going to make you guys hit the like button. Maybe it will. I don't know. Like a nice little pop-up. Wonder if that actually works. Like if I put a pop-up up, will you guys actually hit the like button? Why don't you just hit it anyway? Watching the content, just hit the like. Right. Okay. So Eduarte, let's see what else we have. You guys are rocking the comments today. Keep them coming, guys. We're gonna get through all of these, and I will pick these up. Halim, good to see you, buddy. Halim's buying XRP. He's not messing around. DeSafe is shorting something. I'm not sure. Clear in his Eduarte, 1100 ETH. Yes, well, let's look at ETH as well. Look at that ETH. I'll be surprised if ETH doesn't get to 1,000. I suspect this will get to 1,000 at some point. ETH, particularly if Bitcoin can worsen. Solana's just getting pain, man. Solana 50% in a day from a depressed price already. Damn. John Dude, how come ETH isn't dumping as hard? ETH is. So if you look at the day today, Bitcoin is down 14%, ETH is down 16%. Now, the reason people think ETH is not dumping as hard is because it's higher than its June lows because of ETH 2.0. So it's actually made progress this year. So if you think of the price floor, it's kind of just nudged up a little bit because of that progress they made with ETH 2.0. They got that priced in. Carl Holt says Solana is going to go to $2. Altcoins will get slaughtered. Shahid says smash up the likes. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for just doing that. I really appreciate that. Twitter saying SBF is actually broke now. He will be broke eventually. Last flush out of we can. Saj Ali, time to pick up cheap crypto. Michael Rizzo. Guys, it doesn't look like you plan on sleeping tonight. Take care, mate. I know, clearly I'm not allowed to sleep. If I sleep, I'll miss something. Maybe Binance will go down or something. Anna would recommend staking during these times to get through the beat. No, I wouldn't recommend staking. The one thing you do not want to do when you've been through this bear market is stake your coins on some crazy project for the sake of a couple of percent yield and lose your tokens, right? Or fall into another anchor protocol or something like that. Guys, you've been through this. All you want to do is get to the next bull market. It doesn't, you're not gonna make life-changing money staking a little bit. In a bull market, fine, go stake, get your crazy yield farming, whatever. Right now, imagine losing your tokens because you're trying to get a couple of percent. Just get through this bear market, put it on cold storage, and let's keep things moving. Spencer, good to see you on the live. It is wild indeed. Saj, gonna get my bag full with some Link, Algo, Dot, Ada, XRP, HBAR, WNT, Ego. Bro, you got a lot of money on the sidelines. You legend. Right, you go for it. You do the thing. SEC already got library defined as securities. Yep, XRP is next on the list. It is a bit scary with that whole thing going on. Hassan goes, I wonder if James from Invest Answers is going to make a video how to retire on Solana. Oh, horrible. And this is why you cannot have such a big part of your portfolio in one thing. It's like I talk about Phantom a lot, right? But it's a small part of the layer one section of my portfolio. If it went down tomorrow, I'm okay. No single project will stop me. I'll keep going, right? Because the only one that will hugely affect me is Bitcoin. But even then, I've got investments elsewhere outside of crypto. That's what I call diversification. We're seeing some interesting volume coming in here on Solana. Let's see if we can see the same volume coming. Yes, it's being led by Bitcoin. Bitcoin getting bought back up here on the dip, back up to 16,170. Got to get past this high, remember? It's got to come back to this 16,240 level here to create that higher high to stop this momentum. Otherwise, you're just doing this. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. You're just doing this, come back down. So we've got to get past this level and work our way here. That's what we need. Stop the bleeding. Vicky late to the party again. Still not too late. 35 minutes since the news was revealed that Binance are no longer going ahead with the FTX deal. Insane news. You can't write this stuff, guys. It's absolutely insane. And I guess this is why we love crypto, right? Do I think SBF is going to actually get charged with crimes? I don't know. I'm not on the inside, but it doesn't sound good whatsoever. The fact that Binance dropped it so quickly shows that it would have been something that they just couldn't get their head around. Normally, if it's a balance sheet issue, you'd want a few more hours, maybe into tomorrow, another half a day to kind of figure it out, see if you can help. But the fact that he's gone in there and within half a day, because remember, the rumors came 5 hours ago. Within half a day, he decided, nope, this is not for us. It must have been something critical, and we're going to find out in due time. I know BitBoy, a few others in the know, in the space, are saying there's a lot going on. There's a lot of shady practices going on. We're going to have to find out. What have they been doing to these projects? What have they been doing with the customers' funds? What are the US doing in terms of investigation? It's all going to come out in the wash, guys. It's going to be exciting, and we will be covering it on this channel. So make sure you guys have subscribed. By the way, guys, BYBIT offering an amazing $30,000 bonus. $30,000 deposit bonus. So definitely check that out if you're looking for an exchange. Again, do not trust any one given exchange. Not one that's on my channel, not one that's on anybody's channel. Diversify. If you're using BYBIT, use it and only put what you're trading within there and move the rest out once you're ready, okay? Be safe, guys. Be smart. Be pragmatic. Take accountability. That's what this channel is all about. Take accountability. Michael, do I expect to see the cascade down go just as quick as it has been now that FTX has no buyers? Yes, the contagion's going to start spreading, and I think that's what we're seeing now. The question is, will it all get priced in quickly over the next few hours, or is it going to continue dumping tomorrow? I mean, I think the US markets, people who in the US are still awake and they can do their selling. The Asia markets will wake up and maybe they'll do a bit more selling as well. And then I think we're going to get the full effect of what this is, right? So it's going to be quite painful. Eduarte, the risk of losing everything in staking is too high. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Was FTX buying FTT with the funds? Probably. They're probably buying some. What happened to FTX US? So important to know that FTX US is a separate entity, right? But between you and I, guys, just, I wouldn't be using FTX US. I'd take my funds off just in case. Yes, I know it might not sound rational, but just what I'll be doing. Guys, hit up the like button, man. Hassan, I can still withdraw. Yes, you can still withdraw, but I would definitely withdraw everything just because they're still associated. I'd be out of it. Let the dust settle and then come back in. Is SBF in the US or is he hanging with Duo? Yeah, they probably... I just picture like a bunker, right? Where it's like Do Kwon, Suzu from 3 Hours Capital, Alex Mahinsky, SBF coming chilling as well. Like just all the 2022 bear market victims who got exposed. Yep, big unlock of Solana happening tomorrow, so expecting some pain, but the pain's already come. People have preempted it, and they've just sold off now. No messing. People are not waiting around to see what happens after that unlock. They are selling now. Selling now. Let's see the latest reaction on Twitter. Binance of. Nope, we've seen that. Let's see if CZ said anything. A good friend CZ, he just retweeted. Yeah, he just retweeted that, so he's not said anything. Let's see if our friend over at FTX, who will be struggling, who's probably broken his phone by now, has said anything. No, of course he hasn't. So, you know, all that kissing up to CZ, and he didn't even buy the company. You got well excited, mate. Golden Surfer, how do you lose in staking? I stake in each token's own wallet for nice rewards. Well, if the project goes down, right? So obviously the safest staking is native staking. So for example, you want to stake your Phantom and you do it natively within Phantom and you get the APY, great. But what a lot of people do, like in the Terra Luna situation, was put their money into Anchor Protocol, right? So they took their dollars, they put it into UST, and then they go put it into Anchor. Then the whole thing collapsed and they lost their funds because it was stuck and they couldn't get it out of Anchor. Taj Ali, just get all your money out. Carlos, Gil. Oh, man. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Oh, man. It's a tough time. Steven TD, should I withdraw everything from Binance or just keep a little bit? Depends on your needs, right? If you're trading and you need some for trading, then leave some. If you don't need to touch it for a long time, then my thesis, if I don't need to touch it, it needs to be in cold. It's better in my hands than somebody else's. Saj Ali, I've been building up capital on the side for a while. Can't wait to buy all these cheap cryptos. That is amazing, Saj. That's really impressive because a lot of people are unable to take, and I'm one of those as well, unable to take advantage of this dip because we've been buying the dip all year, quite frankly. And I'm lucky. I'm sitting on about 8% left of cash, which I can go buy the dip on. I did so today. But obviously, you wish you had more, right? You always wish you had more once the price gets to this point. But the point is, nobody knew we were going to get this low, right? We knew we were going to keep falling, and you can see at each stake, oh, there's another step to the ladder, another step to the ladder. But you just difficult to tell. Hassan, there is a 5K limit, so I'm stuck for another week. Just do the best you can to get that out. Raj, yes, I saw Doe on a live stream. Yeah, they're all coming out the closet now to speak now that they feel like they're not as bad as Sam Bankman-Fried, right? They look good compared to him, so they're all going to be confident, like we saw Suzu tweet as well. Has Solana CEO tweeted? Good question. Let's see what Solana's been saying. He's been quiet. What's his name? Anatoly. Anatoly. Where is he? Where is he? Anatoly, where are you? Where are you? Somebody give me his handle. There he is. Change it to Toly. I knew his full name. His damage limitation, because he has to come out and say something. You know? Okay. ETH holding up remarkably well while Sol is forging its soul, purging all but the most committed. And he retweeted that. Okay then. Me, Sol's price action sub $20 feels like when ETH dropped sub 100 in the last bear. Terrifyingly bottom. Yeah, but the difference is, come on. The difference is Solana's had plenty of downtime and you're linked to Sam Bankman-Fried and you've got all these unlocks happening. Stop comparing it to Ethereum in the last bear market. Not the same thing. In conversation I'm having with the Solana builders, there's a strong solidarity emerging right now. Breakpoint was an emotional high, full of bonding and excitement. By the way, I said that, I tweeted that the other day, right? What bad timing for Solana. They've had a terrible 2022, and I hate to bag on them in their period of down, but they fought Breakpoint during their conference, announced some new features, show off the Solana phone. We're going to get some pump in the price. But no. CZ and Sam Bankman-Fried had a different idea, and this happens right during their conference when they spent loads of money on this conference trying to get price. In my view, the Solana ecosystem emerges from this is just as Ethereum. Yeah, come on. Bunch of hopium there, but look, you got to do what you got to do. Who is this guy anyway? Chris, partner at Placeholder VC. Bet he holds a lot. Bet he holds a big bag. He does. FTX.com prices are going to be a nightmare for oracles. Be careful with DeFi positions that depend on them. Okay. All that. As far as I'm concerned, not much about Solana has changed the last 48, 72 hours from a fundamental perspective. Solana is still innovating. Okay. So are token unlocks with people wanting to sell your token to fund liquidity crises not a fundamental change in Solana? is everybody just stupid? People selling Solana. Is that what you're saying, Anatoly? By retweeting this. Thanks to all the folks that reached out with support. Wartime open source maintainer mode. Okay. Solend. Remember that, guys? Those were the guys where that guy nearly got liquidated and they couldn't reach out to him. We covered that off in a video as well. Oh, look, they're making shoes. Lovely. Cool. Nothing useful from Anatoly to give you confidence. Solana. Maybe I'm being a bit hypocritical. I hold some, full caveat. So this is not me dumping on anybody's bag. Dumping on my own bag. Yeah, that doesn't get you excited at all. Let's see what else is being said in the world of FTX. Top results are BitBoy, I'm really sorry to FTX official users. I cannot sugarcoat the situation. Your money is stuck. Yeah, we've spoke about that. No one is going to acquire FTX. That is so true. We spoke about that before earlier today. If Binance cannot complete this transaction, nobody is. Who's going to come? Unless Elon Musk cares, which he doesn't. He's busy with Twitter. And like, who's going to come? Nobody's going to touch it. Nobody will touch FTX. Like, it's going to go down the whole Celsius route. Guys, smash up that like for me. Otherwise, I'm going to go watch some Netflix. Which I don't really watch Netflix. Why I said that. Probably like YouTube. Ian, every time I buy the dip, it dips again. Yep, you got to buy the dippity dip of the dip. I taught you that one. Ebby Francis is 309. I'm in India watching it play out with your video in the background. You legend. Appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this community. And I think, let me know in the comments, does it make it easier when you're watching somebody live kind of navigate this with you? Somebody else with funds on the line, feeling it? Because I know for me, obviously, my family aren't really interested in crypto. Most of my people I know around me aren't really interested in crypto. So it's good to be with like-minded people that also feel the pain, feel the emotion. Hassan says, funny how people are selling now. No one cared about outages, but now the time. Yeah. Chat. Ahad Shah, what's next for Phantom? For all of these altcoins, it's irrelevant what's next for them, right? They've just got to take the beating that they are going to get, which is not their fault. I mean, obviously Solana's different, but all these other altcoins, unrelated, Avalanche, Cardano, Phantom, they're all going to take their beats and they've got to survive. And the worrying thing is some of them will not survive. And we don't know which ones they're going to be. But the problem is now that Bitcoin falls to these levels and so quickly, many of these cryptos will start facing liquidity issues. And do not be surprised if other projects and other exchanges start coming out over the next 24 to 36 hours with some issues. And guess what? This time, who's going to save them? Not Sam Bankman-Fried, right? And yes, do not be surprised. Bitcoin sitting here at 15,000, and if it goes lower into the 14s, it's going to cause a lot of pain for a lot of projects because they might not have modeled for it. They should have, but they might not have modeled for it. If we do the analysis now, what are we down from all-time highs? Anybody do some quick? Boom. 78 time high, roughly. Okay, so yeah, should be modeling for that really. I mean, if you're stress testing, you should really crypto be stress testing at least 85% in my opinion. Vicky, am I right in thinking now we have broken June lows, it's almost a certainty for Bitcoin to dip to the 13K area? No, I don't think that's a certainty. I think people are going to give the narrative that it's a certainty, and it's probable. I'd say it's probable. It's not a certainty. Do not underestimate how difficult the next leg is, right? So if you look at where we're at now, what you're saying to get to 13 flat is here is another 20% move, right? It's possible. But what, if people are now pricing in this FTX saga and they're pricing it to the extent of this big fall here, are you going to have another fall? It have to be more news that comes out and for things to deteriorate, right? So whilst I still think we have some room left, it's not guaranteed. I wouldn't be sitting there going, I'm waiting for 13K definitely to buy. That is why I'm nibbling. That's why I bought some now. I'll buy some if we fall another 1,000, and I'll just keep things nibbling. It's always the best way because there's no guarantees. And all the moon boys will tell you it's a guarantee. They'll make a video saying Bitcoin to 3,000. But it's irrelevant. They're not trading off of it. They're not investing off of it. They're just making videos. Raj is thinking about loading some VeChain. I'm not loading any altcoins right now. I just got in. You still live, buddy? Yes, Jay. Please check Matic and Algorand. Let's go hit that like button. It's free. Aloha. Aloha to you too, buddy. I will take a look at Matic. Matic is, again, what it falls into that category of projects that are just going to have to take their beats. And they're down 25%. And it's no fault of their own. It's quite a shame. And again, coins which have done well recently will fall a little bit quicker as well, because you can see this was doing all right earlier last week, and now it's getting thrown to the downside. So again, no fault of its own. They've made tremendous progress. Similarly with Algorand, right? I think they've really impressed me. There was a period at the beginning of this year to mid this year where I was disappointed. I made a video saying, look, if Algorand don't sort their stuff out, I'm gonna have to look to offload the bag, right? They got to sort out their marketing. They got to sort out some biz dev. And I think they've done well, and I think the market reflected that. If you look at this move up, the market did reflect that quite well. You started moving back up to 45 cents. And obviously with the World Cup coming up and them being the official blockchain partner for FIFA, things were looking positive. And again, they're going to have to take their licks with the wider market. And there's nothing you can do. All these projects are down. Dogecoin is down. Atom is down. Near Protocol is down. This is a wider market sweep. This is nobody's fault here, apart from Sam Bankman-Fried, of course. If you want someone to blame it on, him. Tweet him. Making sensible advice. Thank you. You're very welcome. What's the situation with FTX withdrawals? You cannot. Let me know if you guys have managed to, but as far as I know, you cannot. Sai Jelly says Coinbase will be next. Watch my words. Mr. Burnsy's asking, do I nibble in on big projects? I'm not even just categorize it big, just Bitcoin, Ethereum for me right now, and that will change rapidly. Like when I see the bottom coming in, I'll see what altcoins I'm short on, and I'll top me some up, and yeah, that's how I play it. Everyone's portfolio must be wrecked right now, guys. Just do not look at your portfolio for the next couple of days. Just don't even open it. Relevant. Forget about it. Think about how many coins you own. Like, look at the coins. How many coins do you own? Do you own 100,000, 200,000 Phantom? How much Bitcoin do you own? Do you own a 4 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoins, 3 Bitcoins? Focus on that. Don't look at the dollar price. No. Don't look at the... Irrelevant to you. You're not selling right now anyway. Not selling right now anyway. Oh, I wanted to read that. Where's it gone? Ross, DB reporting SBF. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but it was Trabucco's idea, then proceeds to leave Slack. Not sure I understand that. What is that? Next time I see a bunch of higher-ups leave companies that supposedly print money, I'm going to really ask myself why that is happening. Sam Trabucco and Brett Harrison leaving FTX and Alameda was a major red flag. Yes. This is a good topic to talk about because, you know, you should have seen this at Celsius as well. We covered it off. I remember one of our videos where like the chief legal officer left, and you're like, hang on a second, the legal officer doesn't just leave. Clearly they didn't like something. It was the same here when two senior officials, senior members of the team at FTX and Alameda, Sam Trabucco and Brett Harrison left. Yeah, that was, you know, it's a red flag when this stuff was happening, but we ignored it. But look at this. This is what you're talking about. SBF says, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but it was Trabucco's idea. Then proceeds to leave Slack FTX group. Slack messages viewed by Reuters. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to see what this is. A bunch of rumors at the moment. How that plays out. I'm not sure if this is a parody or the official account. Yeah, not sure how much truth there is behind that. Be careful with fake news right now, guys. But definitely it was a red flag in hindsight when they left, right? And we covered this off somewhere. I can't remember where we covered this off. We definitely did. With the same goal, I'm announcing today that I'm stepping down as CEO, co-CEO of Alameda, continue on Alameda CEO. I will stay on as an advisor. Yeah, he left, and then Brett Harrison left as well. Stepping down as president of FTX over the next. And then you saw the influencer. I don't know if you saw there was a bunch of riffing going on with influencers because they were getting all their sponsorships pulled as well. So they were definitely in hindsight. Obviously, everything's clear in hindsight. In the moment, you just think, oh, look, it's bear market. These kind of things happen. But yeah. Look at this. Trabucco properly tried to defend this a couple of days ago, right? So bonkers how people just instantly 100% believe every news story they see. This is what I want you guys to build a muscle against. Okay, this is what I want you to build a muscle against. When you find some good news, as normal crypto investors like we are, the establishment, these guys, they're forming a crypto establishment, right? They will always push back against it and call you crazy, call you FUD spreaders, call you, here, bonkers, right? Do not listen to them. None of them are ever going to come out and say, we're insolvent, we're doing shady practices, right? And when they do get caught, they always get away with it. It's like Do Kwon, so much bravado, giving people crap on Twitter, being aggressive, showman, right? And then what happens when he messes up? Just crawls back into his hole. Sam Bankman-Fried crawls back into his hole, turns his Twitter off, right? There's never any accountability. They never get their comeuppance. And so whenever these people say this, tell them to get lost, just do your own research and follow your instinct. If you need to take your money off FTX, like I said, take it off immediately. And then if they were right and the exchange was perfectly fine, bring your money back. Hey, what does it matter? Yes, Halib, do not let these whales take your money. Absolutely. Thanks, Jazz. Do you think there will be a bull run soon? No. No. Right now we need to be focused around creating a bottom, stopping the bleeding, trying to get some sideways momentum before we can think about a run-up. And there's two narratives in my head that can create a run-up. Either one, we go into a deep, long recession and Bitcoin decouples from traditional markets and people think, hang on a second, there's nowhere to put our money. The stock market's been dead for 2 years, 3 years. Real estate's been awful. There's nowhere to put our money. Then crypto goes on this crazy like anti-establishment run. That's one narrative I got in my head. And two, which is the more obvious one, is that Jerome Powell starts pivoting, starts reducing his rate hikes, starts cutting rates back down again, and even goes into some sort of quantitative easing latter end of next year, and we can work our way out from there. Obviously, once the money printer's back on, Bitcoin will go on its run. Aaron, good to see you. Oh man, indeed. HHH, you saved lots of us by asking us to leave FTX. Appreciate you guys. You guys did the right thing. You had to analyze the data and you had to make a decision, and I respect you guys for getting that done. Poonam, I did some withdrawals from FTX last night, but it's still not processed. Is anybody else having similar issues? You're going to struggle, Poonam, if it was last night. Remember, we covered this off yesterday, that they paused those withdrawals and they were blaming it on this Binance thing, right, to do with this deal. Technically, if you're solvent, you would just turn it back on, but we know they're not solvent. It's going to be hard to get your money back. It's going to be very, very difficult if you haven't got it back already. Because they're just going to stop the money going out. They're going to do exactly what Celsius did, declare some sort of bankruptcy, Chapter 11, which gives them time to kind of restructure their finances. They're going to add it up and see who can they give what, and maybe it's going to be a long time, guys. Jay says inverse DCA. I buy more the lower the price goes. That's the right way to do it. Those nibbles should be turning into bites and then chunks and then the rest of it. Let's see how Bitcoin's doing. Oh, look, there you go. What a surprise. Back below the level we said. Exactly what we drew, guys. Exactly what we drew. A couple of... See how easy this stuff gets, guys. We just didn't post that higher high. See that there? When we were drawing it, said we've got to go past this high. We didn't. Showed some weakness. And your downtrend continued. Beautiful technical analysis and lesson for you guys as well. Speaking of which, don't know technical analysis. Well, I don't know what else to do for you guys. Look, there's 221 of you in here. 221 of you in here. How many of you will actually take the time to go to this link, which I'm going to post here? Yep. Ijaz.uk/TA. And there's a free TA course. It doesn't cost you a penny to sign up and learn TA. Okay? Guys, do not procrastinate this. I promise you, nobody here is offering this kind of stuff to you. This is stuff I learned from major investment banks over 10 years. You're getting it for free. This will cost thousands of dollars. Use the link, go watch it, and if you don't like it, tell me, or just stop watching, right? You can tell me as well if you want. But, there's going to be stuff in there you do not know, even if you're quite experienced. It starts from complete beginner all the way up. So next time, you will know how to analyze your chart patterns. You will know EMA ribbons. You will know Fibonacci extensions. Come on. Take the time and learn it, guys. There's 225 of you in here. I want to see at least another 200 people enrolled onto that course watching it, because I can see the stats of when you guys are watching it, and I want to make sure you guys are progressing through that, because this content, the whole point of this channel is I want to grow with you. I want you guys to grow with me, right? I want you to do the course, and I can't keep backpedaling. If I'm talking about an EMA ribbon, I want to assume the majority of you know it. And I put the content out there for free. So if you don't, how can I stop every live stream to explain what an EMA ribbon is? Because nobody watched a course. I put it in one place for you. Tana, Ijaz, you're the most honest crypto YouTuber in my opinion. I appreciate that, Tana. And the reason for that is that, you know, I don't need to be doing this. I literally started this because of Moonboys. That's the whole reason I started this channel. So that's important. Crime Wave Corp. If you take the time to get a haircut, I'll take the time to check the website, bro. Definitely not. Sumaya says we are not here for TA, just therapy. Yeah, I know it's a therapy session, but tomorrow morning you're gonna wish you had those TA skills. So definitely get that TA done as well. Now in the bear market is the best time to do it. So it's important. Ahad, appreciate you, Hassan. What happened to MicroStrategy if Bitcoin goes below 1300? Great question, Hassan. And these are exactly, when I talk about contagion, these are all the things I'm talking about, right? And I don't know exactly what the headline is going to be tomorrow, but there are going to be people over the next 24 to 36 hours that come out and explain to us the exposure they had, what's going on. And there's various types of exposure. For example, Galaxy Digital, one of the big funds, said they had 78 million or so exposure to FTX, right? We know that loads of people have exposure to Bitcoin, right? So what's Michael Saylor's current liquidation price? It's going to start getting to that kind of level, right? And then we're going to get into a problem. Halim says, don't look at your portfolio, go get a ticket to watch the World Cup. Fernando Franco just signed up, you legend. Good. I really hope it's useful for you. And if it's not, then you can tell me off. Real deal. What are your top 3 crypto you are watching to bite on? Bitcoin, Ethereum. Just those 2 for now. Somebody gave a very kind super chat. Appreciate you from wherever you, Crypto Che. Appreciate that from Bolt Arm. Stop chilling your tokens. What percentage of coins will reach their all-time high again, in your opinion? It's a good question. I think the majority of the good ones will. There'll be a few that will just drop off and you might not see. I mean, for example, Solana, right? This could be a defining moment for Solana, never to return back to its all-time high. But for the rest who have executed and done well to this point and can navigate the rest of this bear market, I fully expect them to start getting back to their all-time highs during the next bull run. But they've got to be able to survive this bear market. Really important. Hey, Jazz, what about Ripple or VeChain? Not 2 projects I'm super hyped about. I don't have any XRP. I might have a tiny bit, which somebody's given. VeChain, similarly, I've got like a tiny bit somewhere. 2 active projects in my portfolio. But right now, these kind of projects are at risk, right? They're at risk. XRP obviously different, right? You've got Case, which is pending, and rely on that. I'm just keeping things really simple, guys. I know it's boring. I'm just focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's the only thing I've got bandwidth for right now because I don't want this fall to leave us. And I go, I've not done enough buying at these levels when we've had these crazy price points. I think a good scenario would be if we sit around 15,000 for a while. If we can sit between 15 and 16 for a while, I think we've escaped a lot of pain. What I don't want to see is us drop below there and then have a quick bounce up. If we can sit around 15, it gives us a good chance to DCA as well. But the reality is people will start buying the dip. I mean, remember, we're still within it's just been an hour since Binance announced that they're not going ahead with the transaction. So more and more of that is getting priced in now. How low does it go? ADH, oh man, it could have been anyone on FTX. I hope we have the bottoms. Build some foundations up. Yet another big mess. Feel your sentiment, man. That's what this therapy session is about on here because the reality is they've really just... a real big blow for the crypto space, you know, and that's what's frustrating. And I've kind of shared my musings on various live streams around the fact that, look, we're not doing anything different from finance. And for the untrained eye who comes into crypto, they might not know any different. But when I've been in traditional finance and I understand the mission that we're trying to do differently here in terms of creating a decentralized Web3 and alternative to traditional finance, we're doing all the same mistakes, right? Greed, over leverage, rehypothecation. Yeah, it's just no better. In fact, I'd argue it worse. And that's only going to attract the eye of the regulators to clamp down because we've shown we're not. And if you look at the majority of the failings, they've been by centralized plays, and it's been by humans making these kind of mistakes. It's not code making mistakes. Code doesn't make mistakes. Where things are transparent and we can see everything clearly, those mistakes don't happen. It's where people. And if you try to characterize it, look at the, not just people who have an ego, who got some following, who built quick wealth, got ahead of themselves. Look at it. If I put them next to each other, if I put Do Kwon, Sam Bankman-Fried, Alex Mashinsky, Suzu from 3 Hours Capital, I can't remember the guy's name, Steve or whatever his name is from Voyager, all have similar tendencies. They're all, egomaniacs driven by their little bit of success that they had in crypto. And, that shows, right? That shows. You can see it in their character. They're rude, they're obnoxious, they're quite braggadocious. And crypto is an unforgiving space. It will expose you. You're doing bad. That's what I like about it. That's the positive about it. You will get exposed. There's nowhere to hide. And the volatility in the markets is what exposes you. And traditional finance is propped up, right? So the Fed will step in and print money to protect the markets to stop 90% corrections. But if we did have a 90% correction, you'll find the exact same players in traditional finance getting exposed. But they're not allowing themselves. At least in crypto, we have a mechanism to expose wrong players, to expose hackers, to expose people who are misusing clients' funds, to find erroneous transactions, vicious transactions. We've got the mechanisms to find those. So that's our saving grace, but definitely not a good couple of days for crypto here, and we can't even front that, right? We're gonna have our friends and family who don't really know much about crypto, but know that we're into crypto, saying, "What is this? You're a joke. Stick to stock, stick to real estate." But these are the bear markets where we've got to hold on to our conviction, and our little fan group of people who care about crypto right now is rapidly dwindling. But it's okay. We'll navigate through this, and there will be another bull market, and everybody's going to be, "Oh my God, you got so lucky. You bought crypto at 15,000. You bought Bitcoin at 15,000. Wow, that's so cool. You must have just got in early, right? Oh, you're so lucky." Whatever. Ahad says, "I will box Sam in for the crypto boys. Go for it, lad." Vibab says, "How down will it go?" Looking at the next levels, guys, it looks painful. The next major support's at 14,000, so you got this kind of abyss between now and then. Maybe we can create some new support, but let's see. We've still got the Asian markets, which are going to open up after we go to bed. So let's see what happens there. Steve, is that true? MicroStrategy's liquidation point is now 3,500. If so, that's good news. That's good news. Aaron's asking, how do I feel about HBAR? I've got a little bit of HBAR. You've kind of done nothing this year, so kind of like, yeah, meh. Ahad, now we think one exchange in the world has such an impact on the crypto market. What if Binance is next? What do you think happened to the market at that point? That would be absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. I think Binance, what is the size difference between Binance? I think it's like 40 times crypto exchanges by market cap. So there. FTX is at 3 billion, right? Binance at 40 billion. It's just a different machine. It's a different animal. That would drive you to like the floor is where you're heading to there. Your Bitcoin would have to start from scratch and rebuild. That would be horrible. HHH Ijaz here with us at 11 p.m. What an honor. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. Don't forget to smash up the like button. Helps more people find this live stream. Do I think 15k is a new support? No. I think we won't know until the morning because I want to see how did the Asian markets react, right? We need to let everybody in the world react to the fact that Binance has pulled out the deal because there's some people in the Asian markets that went to bed thinking that the Binance deal is still going to go through. So I want to see how they react and how the market moves. And I'll be able to check that when I wake up. ETH 24-hour projection. I think we fall below 1,000. Shared this morning. The levels on Ethereum. So if you imagine, if you look at the same graph, yeah, Bitcoin on the same, if this was Bitcoin's chart, obviously it's Ethereum's, Bitcoin's about here, like falling down here below 800. So ETH is holding up relatively because of ETH 2.0. Otherwise, it'll be about here as well. The next level is really here. You're looking at the bottom of the channel at 1,000. I expect to hit that. And then I'm looking at 835. I wouldn't be surprised to see it kind of in this rectangle here. That'll be a nice juicy area to buy. No guarantees, of course. That's if we see further deterioration in Bitcoin. I actually think ETH is holding up pretty well given what's going on. Solana, man. Oh, man. I don't know why I feel so bad. Why do I feel so bad for them? Look at that. Ticked. Look at the volume as well. Like, it's getting steeper and steeper, the fall. FTT sitting at $1. Red candle after red candle. This is huge wiping in the market. You do not get days like this, guys. This is not normal. This is not a normal day for anybody wondering. Steve says, yes, it's true. MicroStrategy every stage. That's awesome. That's good. I do remember they were at a risky point, and then I remember he added funds. I think that's when he lowered it down to the 3.5K you're saying liquidation point. So that's good. Jammy Creamer saying, hoping ETH won't drop below 1K. What do I think about Loop Ring? It's a good little option as your layer 2. I don't think they're as good a bet as they on, obviously. Do you think crypto will go up tomorrow if CPI comes in lower than expected? What a great question. What a great question, Randy. You get 5 stars. We're going to segue over to CPI, which we're going to cover off tomorrow if I have any energy. Yeah, I'll just leave you guys to navigate it yourself. And CPI, we're expecting to come in at 8%. Okay, so your headline CPI inflation expected to come in at 8%. We need to see a bar right here at 8%. Anything higher than that, and the market's not going to be happy, right? The market's not happy anyway, but I'm talking about the equity markets will not be happy. Put things into perspective. Let me quickly switch over and get a refresh of the equity market. Where did we finish the day? Let's take a look. It wasn't a fun day on the markets. 2.4% on the NASDAQ. Dow Jones down 2%. And this is all based on the fact that the midterms are indecisive. And the crypto will have contagion here as well. This will have an effect. The crypto uncertainty will start to have a small effect there. So I think if we do get a good CPI number below 8% here on the headline, I think the markets can rally. Whether Bitcoin or not rallies will depend on how much more bad news we get in the cryptos. So it's going to depend, what do we get tomorrow? Do we get something from CZ? Do we get something from FTX? We're going to have to monitor that. If it stays like it is and everybody's kind of digested that Binance are not buying it, no other things go through, we don't hear anything bad about Solana or any other projects or any other contagion effect, and we get good CPI, maybe we can see a little bit of a recovery. I don't expect anything crazy. I do not expect a mammoth reversal that gets Bitcoin back to 20K and recovers like. Similarly, we want to look at the core inflation rate as well. Expectations for your core inflation rate is 6.5. So this has actually been climbing. Remember, this is ex food and energy. This has been climbing over the last 3 months, despite 75 basis point rate hikes at 8 months. This needs to come down to 6.5. They're giving really nice expectations. These aren't difficult expectations to meet. So if they're missed, if it doesn't hit 6.5, markets will be really annoyed. Less than 6.5, we can see a little bit of a run. But I just don't see how it's going to, even a positive reading, that's just a shock horror positive reading, like really, really positive. It's not going to help crypto massively because there's going to be other news headlines tomorrow which kind of scare us, and no doubt other companies who have exposure to FTX, and it's going to have a knock-on effect for sure. Matty, everyone is waiting for 13.7K, so either 15K is the bottom or something really low like 8. Disney stock took a bit of a hit today. Yes, it did. J. Cole, I'm 30% down on my portfolio. Here to kind of have some therapy. Tries to recover a little. 30% down on my portfolio. Do you think this is the time to sell off? You're doing well if you're only 30% down on your portfolio. I mean, we're 15% down today on Bitcoin. If your portfolio is only 30% down, you're doing much better than a lot of people sitting here on this live stream. Millions of Sol being unstaked at the moment. Sol would drop below $5. Yeah, they're in a bad position. Matic down 26% today. But again, look at Matic, right? They did nothing wrong and they're falling. So if you have conviction in Matic, it's a great opportunity to be nibbling, right? And at some point, I'll be looking to nibble those types of plays where fundamentally they've not done anything wrong. They've fallen because of the wider crypto market and because of what Sam Bankman-Fried did. Great. Thank you for giving me 25% discount on a proven project, right? I'm buying something which is proven to be 25% more before all this happened. That's beautiful. But the Solana one is different. I can't add to Solana. They're fundamentally an issue there. Charles, what do you think I should do if my crypto withdrawals from FTX doesn't get processed at all? I submitted a ticket this afternoon, but they haven't replied yet. It's really worrying me. You know, I can't sugarcoat it, right? Like, you're kind of stuck. What are you going to do? They're insolvent. They don't have enough money to everybody's withdrawals. You're going to have to fight to see how much of your money you can get back and go through the process. It's going to be long and painful. I don't know if you've looked into what happened with Celsius. It'll be a similar process. Spencer, thanks for going live, man. Love your content. As always, stay strong and stay safe. Sending encouragement from the States. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Spencer. Thanks for joining the live, buddy. Hassan says, I don't think CPI will affect. Michael, missing the beginning of this show, but is there a problem with Solana? Because I know that all early investors are selling up and putting downward selling pressure on the coin. Sam is selling up. Yeah, there's a bunch of unlocks, guys. People are worried. We're seeing a bunch of selling. Alameda and Sam Bankman-Fried will have to sell to cover off some of their liquidity issues. These are the issues right now, right? That's the problem. Easy says he shorted FTT. Win for him. Good stuff. Andres wants selling. Man, how low do I think Phantom can go? I said 15 cents this morning, but maybe even lower. We're seeing some decent support here on Phantom. It is holding up this level well, creating a nice little triangle here. Could just be setting up for another move to the downside. So let's see. 15 cents is a good level, but then after that, things start to get a bit more ugly on Phantom. If Elon Musk buys Binance, will we see a pump? I don't think anybody wants that to happen, really. Anybody wants that. Is Tether under 90 cents yet? No, they're not. Tether's doing okay. They had a little bit of a worry earlier. Look at this. They tried to act like this was nothing, but it was something. It wasn't just a glitch. Like, they're just trying to make people act like, oh, I'm spreading FUD. I'm not. Like, look at it. If I put it on the 4-hourly, look at this. How can you tell me that's not a slight depeg from where it was before? All of this time going back, look, every single day, these are all different days. They're all different, right? Let's put it on daily candles, make it clearer. How can you tell me I just ignore this candle here? I can't. That's a depegging. So I was right to post that. Warn about it. We do here. Hi, Ijaz. Could this be a confirmation bounce off of the long downward line trend on BTC? Nothing to do with technicals. Nothing to do with technicals. All this matters is, people are scared because of the FTX stuff. Need to find a level and then start working away. Chantel, you are hilarious. Love your show. Appreciate you. I will rarely comment or catch these live vids. Just came to like and say your vids are awesome. Thanks for what you do. Appreciate you, Conchudo. Really, really kind of you to take the time to leave a comment. Chantel says she's setting all tonight. Great stuff. Oh man, on fire. I know, man. Crypto fire sale is insane. Painful, but at least we've been able to watch it together. Shame we can't watch the Asian markets together. But I'm sure one of you will tweet me if something goes awry. Phantom taking a beating. Everything taking a beating, guys. 30% down on my portfolio right now, which I guess is not too bad considering a bag of Sol. That's perfect. That's fine. Crying about. Good times when 4,000 Phantom tokens was 1,000 Canadian dollars. Tempted to buy some old jars. Shall I wait a bit? That's your personal choice. I'm personally not buying. Naman, to get this peg back, who needs to jump in? That's something that Tether have to do from their reserves, right? It's about their reserves, and it's a buy and sell demand. So if the peg goes one way, sell. If the peg goes the other way, then you want to buy and you keep it pegged. Cool. I think we'll wrap that up there, guys. Thank you for joining me on this awesomely therapeutic evening live stream here, and look forward to posting some content for you tomorrow. We'll probably cover off some content on what this means for Solana longer term. maybe cover off a few other things. Who knows what we've got in store tomorrow? One thing is for sure, if Bitcoin continues to fall, this could definitely be a lot more knock-on effects and more contagion. That's what my focus is on now, is who's suffering in the background that's going to cry for help shortly. Is it a project? Is it a layer one solution? Is it exchange? Who is it? Who is it struggling right now? Is it a venture fund? Because there will be people panicking out there with Bitcoin at 15,000. If overnight this falls below 14,000, a lot more people are going to start getting liquidated on positions and various other leverage they have. So thanks for joining me, guys. I will jump off now. Don't forget to share this video. Please hit up the like button on your way out. Share this with anybody you think will find this useful. See you in the next one.